So I want to start by telling you that I'm absolutely coming from inside the public sector, not from outside. And so everything I say, my context is having spent my entire career at the federal, state, and local level inside. So I want to tell you, I want to just say that our context here, when we started out historically, we had three departments. We had War, Treasury, and State. So at the very beginning, it was pretty simple. Now we have 2,000 plus federal agencies, commissions, and departments with over 2 million employees, federal employees in the executive branch. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of organizations. That's a lot of complexity. This does not include what's mimicked at the state and local level. So I want to offer that in our mix of thinking about the future, that we're actually looking at the institutions themselves. And I'm going to posit that as good intentioned as people from the outside are, without anchoring it within the system, it's not going to be sustainable. It's just not going to happen. We need the people, the leaderships, the champions, and the opportunities to demonstrate what we think to the public so that we get the buy-in. So I'm not going to even talk about public engagement because there's a lot of people working on that. I want to talk about the deep human and organizational factors that are embedded in the culture, the language, and the behavior of our public institutions. How many of you have worked in government, actually worked with government, in government, as a public employee? Okay. So many of you are going to understand what I say is that when there's a lot that goes on inside government that isn't necessarily public, just like there's a lot that goes on in private business that we don't know about, and how we operate day to day, how we share, how we don't share, etc. Well, government, the difference is with government agencies, we are funded with your dollars. So when I would walk around and my dollars, I would say, look at you in the face and say, I'm spending your money. What do you think? And I never wanted to show up on the front page of the newspaper for the wrong reasons, right? Because I'm public and I'm charged with holding the public trust and the public interest. One of the things that I think is missing today is the focus on this human factor. I've been endlessly involved with the Open Government Directive and following civic ventures and the whole role technology is playing. And if I can communicate one thing, I don't believe that there's an app for what I'm talking about. Okay? This isn't going to be about a challenge app. This isn't going to be about, it could involve technology, but there is no app for substantive systems change. And if we don't tackle that, or if we continue to believe that this innovation language that we're listening to from some of our very good and interesting civic ventures or entrepreneurial ventures or coding ventures or hackathons, many of which are useful, but what is it doing to change the system? What is it doing to leave a legacy? Are we building capacity within the system for people to think and do differently? Are we cultivating internal leadership to anchor it? How do we handle political appointees that come and go and can shift the values and ideas within an agency? What values do we want our public agencies to hold? Very quick. When I evaluated a large federal grant for community policing under the Clinton administration, and the community policing grants were all over the United States. It was a multi-million-dollar program, and I had certain values that if they wanted me to do it, they had to go by. And when it came to do the evaluation, they kept saying, Andrea, why isn't it quicker? And I kept saying, because I'm using the values of our organization and our system, which includes collaboration, and that always takes time. So you come up against it in funny different ways, and you have to learn how to stand your ground. And you definitely need people inside who will back you up. I could go on and on, but I have to stop.